do you think about your wedges?
Okay, he's so pumped right now.
Like, what is your like mindset when you have wedges?
What is up, golf fanatics? Welcome back to a new video on the channel. For those that aren't really golfers, this might not relate to you guys as much. You still can stick around and watch it. But just know next week we got a really nice video coming out. It's a Tahoe course. Gonna be beautiful. I'm taking my time editing it because I want it to turn out really well. Stay on the lookout for that. If you are, coming here to watch this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe. If you're new to the channel, we always appreciate it. I went and got lessons with Mark. This would be my third time. He's the PGA pro over at Timber Creek. And most of you guys saw our first video with Moose and myself getting lessons from him. I went back to him for a second time, didn't record it. But then went back for a third time, and I was like, I'm going to record this one. We were good on the swing, and I wanted to work on wedges, right? Wedges is something in the game where if your wedges are really good, it puts you close to the hole. It just helps out with putting and everything like that. Never really been taught how to hit wedges. I was previously just sticking in the back of my foot, putting some weight on the front foot, swinging down, and hoping it goes the distance I want, right? So I have a little setup camera on this, so just make sure you're listening to him. He's got a lot of good points. Honestly, my wedges have been money ever since, and I just think it's a good video. Even if you are a good golfer and your wedges are, if they're so whatnot, maybe there's some pointers in here that'll help you out. I just know it's really improved mine, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this. Just stay tuned, listen to him. If you guys do need lessons and you're in this area, hit up Mark. I'll put all his info down below. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and hope you enjoy it. Peace.
Like I know, like this is right here. It's what, 67 yards? Like I know that flag right now. If I hit a wedge, I'll stick it 10 feet.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like you just have to know that feeling and be
I'm
comfortable.
calling the challenge. I want to see this. Wait, how many feet?
About 10.
Okay, if Mark does not hit this within 10 feet, he owes me dinner or lunch the end of this week. And if he does, he still owes me dinner or lunch.
Swing of the day.
Yeah, like first actual concentrated swing of the day.
All right.
All right, Ryan's turn. All right.
Don't fucking challenge me.
Come on, Ryan.
So let's talk wedges
10
now.
feet.
How do you think about your wedges?
Okay, he's so pumped right now.
Like, what is your like mindset when you have wedges?
Wedges for me are about control.
Like, because I only know one position in my stance.
So for me, wedges are about control. I don't try to swing full bore ever at a wedge. I always go up higher if I have to and control. So like that yardage right there, if there's no wind right now, that's a comfortable smooth 58. I don't try to go at it. That one I hit with a 54 because we're into the wind. But what I think about is body rotation. And I think about, I want this to be almost stiff as a board. I don't want this moving.
Okay.
With a full swing, you can get kind of wristy, handsy. We get back here, we cock the wrist, we get here, we release. That's all fine in a full swing. With wedges, I want everything to be pieced together because that means that my area of error with the club face is going to be smaller. And I'm going to have more control as far as the flight, trajectory, and kind of how it spins. So for me, when I hit a wedge, like when I hit this wedge here, if you watch my setup, if you stand right here and watch my setup, I choke up always a little bit on my wedges for control.
Okay.
Ball's kind of like middle back.
Yeah.
I don't get all the way back here. I don't like this.
Okay.
Reason being is we're naturally shutting the face.
Yeah, it de-lofts it so much
And
it
then
comes out low.
Where that leading edge is hitting, and that's where those really heavy, chunky ones. The only time I'll do that is depending on the conditions and the shot I'm trying to hit. But for consistency, no. So I'm here, I choke up, neutral grip, club face stays the same. My body is slightly open, okay? And then I've got about 70% of my weight here. And all I think about when I'm here is, if you watch my chest, I just think turn. So all I'm thinking about is turning here, and then from here, I'm turning and I'm moving my hands along my body line. So I'm just turn, and if you notice, I just kind of do a little three-quarter finish.
Yeah.
Because it's about control of the flight. So if I hit this shot, it's just very controlled wedge. Now, you can change, manipulate face angle. So I could open this a little more, a little more weight on my left side, and still think turn. But now I got a little higher of a shot.
Gonna be trying to swing it hard.
Here's the problem with swinging like a 60, like I got a 58 here. Swinging it really hard. Because what happens is that ball is gonna climb up the face. You ever notice you hit some of them and they just kind of fucking balloon up in the air?
Yeah.
That's because that ball's climbing up the face, you're putting more spin on it, and it's harder to control the trajectory. So like I have a 58, and this 58, if I actually try to go hard at it, yeah, it's good, but look at the distance. My control's not there. I'm very, like, I won't swing this over 60 yards ever, really. I mean, it's rare, because it's all about control. Because I'd rather have control. I'd rather
hit your 54 like 70, 80, 90.
Yeah, I can hit my 54, 110 if I want.
But you'd rather know.
The rarity of me doing that is very slim. Like, I'm rarely going to do that because, like, I know if I hit it that distance, my dispersion is going to be fine. I'm a pretty good player where it's not going to go offline.
Yeah.
But my distance control is what's going to be an issue. And then all what you do here, hit a couple wedges, whatever you want. You got a 60 in your hand from 67 yards. That's not a good shot.
Yeah.
Okay, set another one. I mean, you obviously have the distance, but it's about control. Uh-oh. Okay, so you've hit three.
All three were way different.
All three are just trash, dude. Now, hit a 54 and think about more control. Your move you're making to the ball is not bad. Where's your weight right now?
Like,
outside?
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to set up, keep set up. Now I want you to open your body up. A little more. Good. Now I want you to think about moving the handle down your body line. Let me get this shot. Better. Move that ball more like middle of your stance. Middle back. I don't want it all the way back. That's better. Those are very aggressive swings. What you need to learn to do is slow it down if you can. So, here's kind of like that first swing you made was very aggressive, right?
Yeah.
Look at where I land. Okay, it's about what you're doing. Okay, it's aggressive. Now, we slow that swing down. We still accelerate, but it's a much slower, smooth tempoed swing. And now that's where our distance control is going to come a little bit better. Now with the 60, you can do it. What I want you to really understand, my biggest thing is setup. So the last few you hit, you stand behind me. This is kind of how you're set up. So you see how I'm square?
Yeah.
To the target. Well, if I got the ball middle back of my stance and I'm square to target and I go to turn, there's gonna be my impact position, right?
Yeah.
But now if I naturally open my body, now my impact position is square to target.
Gotcha.
So
I like opening my body. I used to do that a lot
if you
more
look
than
at
I
all,
do now. I
all
started
great
mishitting it, so I went back to being close.
So look at all great wedge players on tour. 70, 80, 100 yards out, you'll see them naturally set up. Like if I'm hitting this wedge here, this is my setup right here. My body's pretty left of that target, isn't it?
Yeah,
And then from here, it's just, and it's just control. I'd rather that be your miss right there because it's a 15 footer for birdie.
Yeah.
It's fine. So for you, it's understanding setup and understanding club path. Let's say I want to fly to the red flag, and I want to get it there and I want to spin it. I'm gonna go a little harder at impact. So I'm still set up normal, slightly open stance, right?
Yeah.
Weights on the left side, about middle back is stance. And I'm still turning, but my impact position will be a little harder.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit a little low.
Flight's a little lower.
Flight it lower. I didn't hit that one that good. But
are you all off a feel with your wedges, or do you know like distance back? Are you like?
I'm feel.
Okay.
So I love that shot.
Yeah.
And you can see it checking. You can know there's two different types of players. There's players like no distance. They know that this is 50, this is 75.
Yeah.
Like they know their yardages. Me, I'm feel.
Gotcha.
So when I'm playing, I sit here and I go, I got 60 yards. And I just kind of start, I really just swing like this and I just kind of feel find that feel where it is. Over time, you know your positions. Like, I know with this club about, if I was gonna hit a little 30-yarder, I know pretty much where my 30-yard shot is. I could probably hit it right here. You gotta hit that like shit. Don't say anything, Moose. We all hit bad shots, see? But I know like a 30-yarder. There we go.
Yeah.
So, feel is big. Let's hit a couple more.
Yeah,
So, wind's down now, right?
yeah.
So, let's hit the 60. See, that's better. Look at that. And that's so much better control. Yeah, but that's a miss it, but look at that.
Yeah.
I'd rather that than miss it. It's control.
I went like right underneath it.
So, my thing's this with wedges. Get your dispersion down, tighter, and then from there start learning your distance control. So what I like about those, look how much better that is. Here's what I like about those. Your control with your speed and your tempo. Like, you're not going at it hard. It's just smooth and controlled. With wedges, that's what you want.
Alright, you ran that way.
So here's where that happens. Your ball so set up. So you got that ball pretty far back, okay?
Yeah.
And that's fine. But as we're moving, so go to the top, like just take a little bit back and come through. So as we're moving, see our hands are moving forward. Look where the club face is. So now, if that club ball with middle stance, which is here, it's square. But you had it back, so you're hitting here. So that's the difference. That's why with wedges, a lot of people think, oh, back to your stance.
Yeah.
You look at it, dude, Tiger's whole philosophy with wedges was middle. His whole career, he played 56, 60s, all from the middle. So I believe in middle back. Middle to middle back is where. The only time you're gonna go to the back of your stance with a wedge is if I'm straight chipping. If I'm hitting a little chip shot, if I'm hitting a chip shot, I'm gonna have this ball in the back of my stance.
Yeah,
But with a wedge, I'm not. I want it middle to middle back because it's easier to control. I can hit it back here, so I'll hit shots sometimes. I try to get a little extra oomph from back here. But one thing I'll do is I'll shut the face because I know that if I set up here with a normal shot, right?
Yeah.
If I make this swing, I'm gonna come through with an open face. But if I get here and I shut the face a little bit, I know that when I come through, boom, I'm square. It's just understanding the mechanics of the swing and how the club works. So set up again. Think about middle of the stance, middle back. It's like right there. Now weights forward. Now left side, about 70%. You're welcome. You also hear how much crisper that was?
Yeah.